Ha 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 ha. Okay, my model, like my avatar, is probably not gonna work very well today. I will say that. Because I decided that I was not going to have the lights on very much today because eyes. So he probably won't move much, if at all. Just as a preface, except for the eyes. That is all. Okay, Viddy game. Viddy game. Bridge. Leave me alone. I like being in the dark. It's good for my eyes, okay? I have sensitive eyes. I forgot it. I forgot I have to voice act. Oh. Mole. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Cry. Okay. No, don't attack me. Okay. Moles are just beasts that love whole. They sure do, bud. Oh my god. MQ just wants to be included. Alright. Oh my, Mr. Lawrence feels that way about me? Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing. What was the most pathetic noise you've ever heard? What do you mean those? What noise? Worry not. And in any case, whatever it is that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. Does that mean Mr. Lawrence is the witness today? No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand. Sister Bikini. She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. Lawrence. Oh, it's Larice. See, Lawrence is a better name. Better name. Every time I hear Larice, I think that it's a girl name, but I know it isn't. But it sounds like one to me, and I don't know why. Spin Lord. You mean like Kansas? You mean like Kansas? Alright. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Denim, right? Correct? That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well then. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed... Don't worry, I've made the necessary arrangements. I see. Iris? It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I'm a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people. and believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. That's what your friend told you once, huh? Huh, Edward? Huh? Huh? Huh, gay boy? Alright. Mr. Edgeworth! I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I'm fit to do the task I've been entrusted. Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands. She calls people sir a lot. Wild. Alone. Alone. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Temple. That was in character, not me messing up talking at all. It's fine. The defense is ready, Your Honor. There's no one there. Did I really say yes to her alone? Did I? I didn't even register that. You'd think I would have noticed. Okay, good. I could have. Edgeworth alone. Okay. The defense indeed appears to be, does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said of the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. Aang, it's Zuko, SMH fake fan. I'm sorry. Just took a shot in the dark. I'm ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant... Objection! Hey, bestie. We'd love to see a girl boss winning. I don't even remember the voice I did for Francisca. I did not have a concrete voice for her. Do I just make her Edgeworth but pitched up? The prosecution stands ready. And you are? Francisca von Karma, prosecuting prodigy. Oh my god, I hate people. I hate gay people. Remy, you can only say that because you're immune to women. But von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. You're so normal about this trial. I'm immune to women. Legends are a thing of the past. I'm a von Karma. That is all. You got vaccinated against women. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? A big shot, you say? A big shot, you say? Big shot? Be a big shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot! Abnormal. Okay. By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you're imagining things, Your Honor. Peepus! Peepus in my courthouse, get out of here. Miss von Karma, do you have anything to say? There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office. There isn't? But I'm sure I told you there was no such weakling.
What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip.
Hold it!
I have no objection to the whip.
You don't?
The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee, but there is still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
Shut up!
Edgeworth, oh my god. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoenix Wright here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. I did not deliver that line well.
Oh my god, I love them.
I see that you brought your flair to the Hello? I see that you brought your flair for the histrionic?
I don't know what that means.
Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court.
Whoa.
The stage is set. Now continue with your proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Miss Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. And with as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is a famed picture book author, Miss Elise Denim. Her body was found in the Hazukura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct?
Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. I don't know why his voice is like this, because I'm literally, talking out of one side of my mouth. Girl, help. I make questionable character voice decisions every day. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand.
Go to your mind palace. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Are you sure about... Sister Bikini, why are you so small? What is she doing? Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on there. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight.
If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates for the defendant in the defendant's lobby for our back pain plagued witnesses. For our back pain.
Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please.
Oh my god, she's so small. Once again, your name and occupation, please. Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazukura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it, Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
The courtroom is... Hello? The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer. In any case... Witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. No being horny in her good Christian court. She will attack you. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us
A boot.
a boot. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh?
Yeah. I nearly just went, I hate Canadian people. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... Well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazukura Temple. No, he's Canadian, but There's no bath in the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back, that's when I saw it. I love his dumb face.
So it was a simple coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazukura Temple.
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There's only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle. Now are you, Miles Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination.
That sounds wrong. Okay. It's only been like a day, but I already forgot everything. Okay. Staff, sword, scroll, hood, note, temple map, weather report. Okay. East and Nim. Helping, but as you can see, my back was act up. I left Iris to help the acolyte. Turning to the temple. There's no bath. Okay, Remy, do I need to press on anything, or can I just directly do things with this statement? I'm using a Remy Ouija board. You gotta press, alright. Nothing.
Hold it!
I know, but I've been at work all day, okay? I'm tired. Okay. You left Iris to help. With what? What do you think? The Acolyte's training, of course. It was past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercise proper.
Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple?
Well, the job is simply to watch over the Acolytes so that they don't pass away. Just to confirm this point again, that night, You met Iris in the inner temple, correct? Yes, yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions.
Hold it!
So you returned to the Hazukura temple in order to take a bath. My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world after all. How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking? My, what a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind. Huh. But your next question is gonna be, where exactly did you wash? This is why you have to watch the young ones. What are you going on about? I was... Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth.
The lowest of low.
Is there some sort of kick-me sign stuck to the defense's bench? Girl, he is homosexual. Anyway, I can't afford to be away from my post for too long, you understand, so...
Hold it!
You know, Miles. You'd know Miles. The crime took place in the courtyard, correct? When you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from... Ah, my eye! Oh no! Girl, help, eyelashes. Oh my gosh. Okay. It just shifted. We're fine. You have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There is no complicated setup in this case.
It certainly seems to be true.
There is indeed only one problem with this testimony. I can clearly point out what it is, and I can begin to quantify just how good this witness's memory and observation skills are.
Hold it!
What is this inner temple? Well, see, conversing with the spirits is what we train people to do, right?
We'll be the one asking you the questions, madam.
In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There is a small temple across Dusky Bridge called the Inner Temple. Acolytes must spend an entire night there and to undergo entrance training. And how exactly do you help with this process? It's all quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising. Like a tutor watching... Like a tutor watching to make sure a spoiled child studies. A tutor with a whip in your case.
What? Wait, Miles, go back. What does that mean?
What does that mean? What? I don't even know how to process that. Okay, moving on. If that is the case, then why did you return to Hazukura Temple where the murder took place? I'm doing his little finger point. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate mimicking movements.
Hold it!
Violently? That's right. It's no laughing matter, especially in winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife and fork during the cold months.
just being alive is like strict training.
On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again?
That's right, raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost fainted once or twice. I just knew that unless it warmed up, it was going to finally finish me off.
Left iris, return. Okay. Okay, so she was over there like 10. I'm gonna say that for that, because Iris said that she wasn't over there.
Objection!
Yeah! Witnesses have to undergo their trials, I'm afraid. Their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of the Hazukura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, would you I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No.
She said that? A defendant or witness? Who is more likely to lie, you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Objection!
Oh my god. I hate them. I love them. Why are they like this? Oh my god.
But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazukura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
Defense attorney, but my client said she wasn't there. Case closed. Miles Edgeworth win.
But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
Well, every time I voice this dude, it always makes me yawn. She does indeed have honest eyes.
All people lie. That is my belief.
This is literally the guy who's like, give me evidence right. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Aw, cause she's nice to her brother. Anyway, neither of the witnesses nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means, we must call your memory into question.
Dear. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I... My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter. Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Miles Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence.
Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick.
Then please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the cross-examination.
Okay, then I know something, but... Dressed exactly as she had been at dinner.
Hold it!
Are you sure that you're not making a mistake? You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor. Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake, thinking I made a mistake.
An excellent finish there, witness.
Still, I have to wonder. Wait. 'Cause she gave her cloak to Phoenix. So that's not right. Oh. My phone nearly fell off my desk. Okay.
Objection!
Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct? Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Why do you have that?
Oh my god, I love them. I love them so much.
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw could have been missing this, or should have been missing this very hood. Well.
Oh my god, she's so short.
It's not a bad feeling at all, exposing contradictions like this. Now I understand that happy look on Ryan's face every time he doesn't.
Gay people. Order. Whoa.
Sister? This hood... You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? Well... I do tend to make too many of them.
I see, a stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh?
Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned.
Then this is quite strange. Mwah.
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. What? Okay, gay boy. The seeds of doubt.
Okay, gay boy. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath, on your way back to the inner temple. The seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more... They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. There we go.
What? What, Remy? What? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'll fight.
I finished my bath around 11 and I thought I should return to the inner temple. As I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard and I took a look, and Iris was, oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword, of all things. Mystic Elise was staying in the corner of the room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Or, well, something like that. Miss Von Karma would never.
This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth. Calling everyone their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? Around 11, thought I should return to the inner temple. So walking back, courtyard. Gay siblings diagnosis, And sword. Corner room which faces out to the courtyard. After she was pushed from her window. After death. Ha! Autopsy. Finally, we get to use an autopsy report. Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so... Oh, you just love your autopsy reports, don't you, gay boy? I nearly, like... My reaction to things now is just going horror. It's not good. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? The autopsy report. The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
That's right. It says after death right here.
The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, I have just realized that at this time I am just channeling Matt Berry voice for Edgeworth. I hate that, actually. How did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Da-da-da-da.
Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below. Wait a minute. Is this another case of somebody stabbing a dead body with a different weapon after they got stabbed the first time. Girl, help, I'm so tired. And then she was thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Objection!
Who would ever do that? You just laughed out loud. I'm putting two and two together, baby. Hey, I already know some big spoilers about this case, and they're slowly unlocking. They're slowly unlocking like a cyclock. Girl, help. Okay. Oh. Were there any signs of struggle in Miss Denim's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree?
Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Wah!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood...
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed.
With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound.
That is true, but with the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions. Where are her legs? Goodbye, Theo. Goodbye, bestie. Okay.
Order. I must admit that this is a probable version of events. Why did I have such a hard time reading that?
I'd expect less. I'd expect no less from Miss Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point.
It seems that we need to need a clearer testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Facts and logic, you know.
She's so short.
Witness, please remain standing on the crate.
I love that. Don't go selling me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood. Sister, please give us your testimony. Okay, Franziska. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. With the whip? Oh boy. Alright. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mr. Galise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? When I awoke, Mr. Gami was stabbing Mr. Galise through the back.
This all confirms Miss Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma's strike for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca Von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that.
Older brother going, I am going to strike you down in court.
Sword was already in place. Thinking about it, I didn't actually see her stab her. My fan, can you blame me?
Hold it!
Think carefully. This is very important. If it's Iris we're talking about here, I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Ta-da. So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right. Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well.
That seems quite conclusive to me.
What should I do? Press this point further? Yeah. Go back to your previous statement. You said that you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding. Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed. But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day. Pulling the sword out. Well, it wasn't exactly pulling, it was more like it came out.
Witness, you will add the statement to your testimony.
Oh, was that important? More important than you can imagine. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hold it!
Smoothly, you say? Are you saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out? That's right. The whole thing happened to be right next to the gold statue of Mystic Ami. Mystic Elise was on the ground, and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. It slid out from that gaping wound.
It goes without saying that if the sword were removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here. Is that really the case? I can't help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. That something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened. Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
The blade plunged to the hilt. But why is the
Why is there only blood on the tip? And also, why would... There's just a lot of weird things about this.
Objection!
No, that's wrong. You hate knowing? Am I... Okay. Am I on the right one? I will ask that.
Hold it!
Oops. Did that on accident. Yes. Okay. That is... Something feels out of place. Blade plunged into the hilt. Really drawn out. Okay. Okay, so it's either the weapon or the autopsy report. That is all I can think of.
Objection!
Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so, but there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to the hilt, or its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What now? What do you mean? Please explain. Whoa! Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose. The objection stands. Hey, Francisca? Hey, bestie. Alright. I whipped a little back there, I must admit.
Objection!
That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. That's... We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade isn't left in the body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the... Every time I say this, it's so bad. Shito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still stop the blood loss.
Objection!
Oh my god.
I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction.
You've still got more.
This one is simple. If this sword was really thrust all the way up to the hilt, why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. No! Are those her legs? Wah! Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does this all mean? If you have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, you have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but
having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is? The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shishito.
what?
A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon? Well, it's because Mr. Gami was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shishito was the murder weapon.
Order. Wow.
So maybe the Shishito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth?
If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises.
The obvious question? How was the sword in her when she fell out the window?
Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to?
Also that.
It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's...
Answer the question, Miss Von Karma.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Are those her legs? Any other mystery to throw onto that, the pile? A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
A beast, you say? I love beasts. Excuse me, can I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking it's possible that just maybe what actually happened, it was just over there. What
Oh wait, whoops. What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean. Well, maybe. I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Well then. I think we need to hear the testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible.
What else? What else could this old woman have seen? Okay. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but only 5, or less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all.
Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What, my back and my age,
Quite.
There were indeed some snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph.
A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazukura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solve your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon?
Miles is so rude. Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please.
Location of the weapon. Murder around 11. After asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. And 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the river. Weapon into back when I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a I feel like there's something up with this. So there's the footprints walking. It looks like they're walking towards it. I don't like this image. What does that mean? I hope you like a single piece of evidence. After asking if you reported to the gate, there's some tracks with the indicated symbol on the news. It takes minutes to walk to this bridge. Yes? We did. We got the staff. We got the sword. We got scroll, hood, note, image. We got, weather report. But also, there's only one track, is what it looks like. What? What is wrong? What's wrong? What is wrong? One track in the snow. And the snowmobile was parked in front of the gate, so it would have had to leave, and then. What do you mean? What do you want? What do you want me to open? What do you want me to open? What do you want me to open? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I think we already knew this. Leo. Otherwise, why would they be dating me? Okay, snow. I'm assuming it has to do with this? My brain is too weak to piece together pieces of evidence. So 11, but the fire started at like 10. And 30 minutes passed between the fires starting. That doesn't work. That doesn't work with the testimony. There would have been. That's when Phoenix did his little stunt. If she saw the thing at 11, she would have been passed out. Or maybe I'm dumb. Out to the main gate. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Thank you. But okay, now I know it's the weather report, but what the heck? Which one do I... Thinking, presented on this one? I don't know, man. I think it'd be funny. Oh, okay. Okay. He's pointed it out. The mystery to feed the... Ha! Fire, you say? Is there any reason to go and throw away the murder weapon? Luckily, there is surely a problem with this testimony. Now all I have to do is to start poking holes in its flawed account. Oh.
Objection!
I have broken. Yes. I'm sorry. I may be a little bit stupid. Okay. Yes. It's gonna be the pick. Okay. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. My brain is mush. You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? That's... Guys... I'm so mad. I'm so mad that you guys led me astray. I'm so sad. Can't believe the betrayal. Because I literally would have gotten that, like, 15 minutes earlier. What do you mean? Iris left Hazukura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this were the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. That's what I was saying. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back. Ah, you're right. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. I hate this. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. Well, she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. I'm assuming that has to do with the weather report. Yes, there is contradiction. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? Oh my god. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me.
On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge in order to dispose of the murder weapon. The outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the ongoing tracks were not covered by the snow. Weather report.
Take that!
Weather report? Weather report? Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. Take a look at this graph. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but stopped at around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Order, order. Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Ugh.
It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Answer me this then. When is a weather report ever correct?
Ah, no, you've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Ah.
Forecast data? All weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have been still snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's true. We cannot be totally sure, eh?
What? How did she pull that off?
But it's not snowing at Hazukara Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this.
We've come this far. There's no turning back now.
Yeah, there is.
Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Courtrooms be like, you have an expert witness to tell the court what weather data is. Data.
Ha! You can't back down now, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth.
Says you. Very well then, Miles Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
The picture of the murder scene? Because she doesn't have snow on her? Well, not that one. That's when she was alive, still. Me when I'm lost in the sauce. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. You say that after, and then I'm going to disappoint you so much later. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception, and that is the victim herself, Miss Lise Denim. See, I'm having much more fun with this case than 3-4, because I'm more inside of the brains of these characters than Mia. And also, basically, it was only a trial period, so you don't actually get to, like, be around the evidence and see where the evidence was, and, like, that type of stuff, where it's like, oh, hey, this must be correlated with this because such and such. It's more of just, we are going to keep handing you objects. Have fun! Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. What does that mean, rotate the cubes in my mind? I cancel things out by having lower expectations. Of me? Rotate the evidence in my brain, yes. That's what I do every case, except for the cases where I can't rotate the evidence. It's like the vase in 1-5. Of me. Thank you. Always have low expectations of me. I don't want to ever live up to things. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Order. Just what are you? Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazugura Temple. From the tracks left, it could be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. So sad that Miles doesn't have Mia standing there telling him he needs to propose a buck wild theory. Yeah. Then when this person returned to Hazugura Temple, I love when they make the images move. The snow had stopped, thus the return tracks remained. He's not unhinged enough for this. No. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know what the defendant had. We know that the defendant had it. What if somebody made a copy of the snowmobile key? What are you gonna do then, huh? They went to the keysmith because they're built different. The key was found in her. Room after the murder, which can only mean that night Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. Somebody could have just put the key in her. Oh my gosh. Could have put the key in her room. But Iris said that she never went there. Love when someone dives right off into the too unhinged meter. Copies of keys don't exist? Tell that to my apartment key. Okay. Also, yes. Also, I almost read dives as dilves. Ace Attorney, think crazy. Not that crazy. That's Ace Attorney pointing at me. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. Monstrous turnabout claiming demons multiple times. I can't wait until the later games. I know that they love their spirits and their creatures. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. Not with that attitude, it can't. So So she must have left it on the Hazukura temple side of the bridge and crossed on foot. Beast even, exactly.
That sounds right.
But what's odd is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazukura Temple, there was no snowmobile. I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazukura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. But that... It's impossible. Where are her legs?
Order in the court. What does this all mean?
So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Okay. My question is, nothing to do with this. Where is Pearl? They said Pearl is... Where is Pearl? Where did this child go? Why is no one looking for this child? Where is she? Bring her back. I would like her back and safe. Is she the one that got possessed? Is she girl bossing it up? Where is my girl? Where did they put her? Where did they take Pearl? And on another note, where's Maya? Is she still in the ice cave? Is she still reenacting Frozen, the movie? Where is she? Bring her back. I'm so mad. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I will worry about it. Because I don't know where my girls are. They're in the snow, Remy. They're cold. They don't even have sweaters. They need jackets. They're wearing sandals, Remy. They're going to get hypothermia. This is why I kin him. I see the children go out in the snow and I go, you need to wear your snow booties or you're gonna die. There are some things that a hot stew cannot cure, and that's hypothermia. Oh my god. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazukura Temple. Don't tell the Tumbler Soup people. I'm sorry, Tumbler Soup people. But stew cannot heal hypothermia, no matter how hard you try. Actually, I'm trying to remember my, medical training. Hypothermia is reversible. It can cause damage if severe, but it's reversible. What you gotta worry about is frostbite. That's when you start losing things. Like, if you've ever seen an image of a very frostbitten piece of a person's body, I don't like it. It's not good. It's never a pleasant thing to see, because it looks stinking terrifying. Things to never Google in your life. Frostbitten body parts. Okay, back on topic. Enough with horrible medical things that can happen to the human body. I never thought that a simple snowmobile could cause such trouble. You don't know snowmobiles then. There goes my Friday evening plans. Well, you can look at images of frostbitten stuff, but it's not pleasant. Like, I'm not gonna describe it because I doubt anyone wants to hear that, but like, I think we've learned all we can from this witness. Yes, I've got nothing more to add. I told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile.
A witness, huh?
Was there one or no one out walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering like them. We know an idiot. We know an idiot, don't we? We know an idiot by the name of Lawrence Butts. Larice Butts. Unless they had something really important to do.
That's a shame.
Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out by on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there might have been one individual who may be of help to us.
Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder. I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But there are two things about him that do come to mind.
Which are?
First, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, this individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
Who do you think it is? Stinking... It's him! It's him! It's him! I'm still obsessed with this front-facing image. Men that are microwavable. Men that are squishable. I'm obsessed with the proportions of the characters in this game. Yeah, like he's got a little slight three face going on. He's got three mouth. The keyboard three. That makes no sense. Oh my god. Yeah, I love that her forehead is gigantic. My headcanon is that every game that Pearl's in, they should just make her forehead bigger. Just up her hairline just a slight bit. Pearl goes bald by the age of 20. Okay.
Take that!
Hello? Pearl Apollo Solidarity going bald at the age of 20. He's already 20, so like going bald at the age of 30. Receding hairline royalty.
This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Leduc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting.
This is Larry Botts, a disciple of the victim. At least, Denit.
Her student. Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder?
That's... I could tell them about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness. before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. Good job lying. He just avoided the truth. He's fine. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? Oh my god. I intend to abstract that from him, right here in this courtroom. He saw he saw a snowmobile do a sick flip on the bridge. Let's go. Summon this youth as a witness immediately. I almost slipped into Godot voice a while back. His voice is really fun to do. I have no choice, do I? I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It would not take long to summon him. Very well. Too attached to reality. What does that mean? Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but I'm going to maim you. I'm going to hunt you for sport. You are the cishead man that I'm going to maim on this fine day. But today I'm going to get everything out of you. Your blood. Oh god, starts preparing myself for Larry. I hate Larry. Yesterday your influences made me hate this man. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Reese's peanut butter cups. Why didn't it work for Redacted then? Oh, you mean Godot? Because I think Godot is funny. I think Godot is funny, and I want to punt him into the sun kind of way. Like, Larry's specifically creepy towards women, but Godot isn't that creepy towards women, so I can kind of excuse him a bit more than Larry. But also, like, I don't know, man. I just think he's funny. I think he's funny. He was silly. I want to put him in a bug cage and rattle him around. Maybe that would recalibrate him. AA characters my therapist will hear about. Lucas, can I apply to be your therapist? Yes, excellent. You'll have my resume in under 2 hours. I'm terrified of what... I feel like Yester's gonna make this a bit. What are you gonna do, bestie? Oh, wait. I need to get my laundry. I need to, deal with laundry. I need to do laundry. Me when I already have Google Drive open. No, I won't make this a bit. No more I could fix him. I could recalibrate him. Exactly. It even has my name in it. Even has my name in the word. I will recalibrate this man. I will shake him around so hard that it will make his brain go blah, 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 and then he will be normal. He will no longer talk like an edgy 14-year-old's Facebook post. He will be fine. Okay, anyway, I have to go. I have to go get my laundry. So I'm gonna go put us on be right back. Alright. Laundry.
We are living our lives above with so much information. It's time to get real. Can't control the steering wheel. Outside is no better mystery. Won't get out so easily. We are living our lives, so we realize what's happening. Hey, brother, watch yourself. Grab your things, don't miss your chance. Find your own rhythm and dance your own dance. Be creative and chart your course. You must know what is ahead. Driving through the end of the ocean, living up security. You are standing in the middle of another world. It's hard to figure real emotions. You are smiling in a shockwave with bitter tears. Let me help you find the place to cut it. Oh, we all dropping a maze of relationships. Life goes on with or without you. I swim in the sea of the unconscious. I search for your heart, cause it's my truth. Try to run me through, hold on, think again. Don't you know what you're starting? But you sure we got the clue how bad this we go. Don't you know, no more art. And as you look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy winds go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what you foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done but the time it hit you, you're not surprised. Think you got your game planned out. Do it deep, get 'em 2 steps ahead, yeah. So step into my way, stand out. It's a trap, one more step and you're dead. Why just to be a second ago? Clear blue skies, but now lightning struck your last result. It's not an accident that no one hears your cries as your last dream seems to deserve. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done but the time it hit you, you're not surprised. I'm coming for you. My game's always so fast, so fine. You're spending, but the nature didn't catch it in time.
I got right. Oh, no. No. No gay music. No gay music for gay people. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. It's time. Okay. I have to shift back into Ace Attorney mode. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine and cool. Everything's a big cool. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I'll help you in any way I can. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 3:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? There's only one key for the snowmobile. There's only one person who could have used it. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. No. Iris? I can't tell you about that yet. Yet. Not until her safety is confirmed. Her? The safety of the Acolyte. The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Huh. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Denim? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no sight locks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Okay. Them. When the siblings are in court.
Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Suspicious behavior? He was sketching something very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I can only presume that his intention was to capture your...
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Lawrence Denim, or Laurice Denim, I hope you're ready. Get in here. It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Attack him. Kill. Ouch. Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Hey, I was just artistically rendering... Ouch.
You tried to run away from the bailiff who's trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color, Viridian.
Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it?
I know, I graduated junior high, okay? I'm trying to buy paint at the... at the court gift shop. Leave me alone. They have good paint here. Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields.
I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope.
That's it. Thanks, buddy.
It's kind of sad how I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
This is just people communicating with me. Oh, I did that on accident. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! Ouch, 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 ouch.
Stop your Stop your pathetic babbling and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness. That is all your fault. Testify now. Wow. This is too much for me.
Cringe.
It was at that lodge in the mountains, out in the mountains, looking out at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy? Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody, nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex.
He has recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
Okay.
It was at the lodge out in the mountains. Okay.
Stars, bridge, number of times, let's see a snowmobile. See anyone at the bridge that night either. But this is bridge to the turnabout. And of course you gotta see somebody on the bridge. You didn't meet anyone.
That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? Come on, I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth.
Indeed. Seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slice through his obvious contradiction and keep things moving along. gate, and then... Huh. Went to the bridge a number of times. Didn't see a snowmobile. Didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. You can. Okay. Wait, you literally summoned Phoenix thinking he'd die. He didn't die, but he fell. It's really funny. Bestie.
Objection!
Bestie literally saw him. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry. But having realized just how much of a nuisance you've been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? That certainly doesn't sound, or it certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. What? You're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed to the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh.
Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. As long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But, what do you want me to do then?
Larry, what you need to do is change your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testify truthfully about this one issue, is all I need from you.
Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. Let's testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
Cringe.
I'll ask you again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
How long is this case?
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been around about 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
Let me check the times.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire?
It was... It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains of it... remains... What caused Nick to fall.
What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
Edward.
I never know with that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination.
Remy, I want you to report to me after you read the resume. MQ? What time is it there for you? It's not even like that late. So we can... So the stream has been going for like... Let me check. Like 2 hours, 30 minutes? So I have no idea how long you've been asleep, bud. Probably at least an hour. Okay, that checks out. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge.
Hold it!
Seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think? It was burning up as well from the fire in my heart.
And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge.
Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so first I thought, forget it, I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know, I changed my mind. I'm not sure I care for the forget it attitude you had at first, Witness.
Hold it!
How did Phoenix Wright look when you met him? Was he pretty? Was he pretty, Larry? Was Phoenix Wright pretty? Remember to like and subscribe to my resume.
He looked like a beaten up mule. He was dead tired. I mean, he had run all the way from Hazakura Temple. He simply stood staring at me, breathing hard for a moment.
How far is it to Hazakura Temple from the bridge?
On his legs, a 15-minute run, I'd say. And that's when the murder was reported. That's right. And then he took a fall from the bridge.
You told me about the burning bridge yesterday. But there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like... Despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Hold it!
This light, of course...
Lightning, like, kerpow.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought you'd say, Persona Boy.
Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom.
Or a little like that?
Wah, that's more like a punch from Miranda. Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge? Well, I was a little bit startled by the flash of light, so...
Hold it!
See that? What did you... Okay. It's burning. Oh my God, this is really cold.
Hold it!
You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that?
The lightning fell and the bridge caught on fire maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out.
How far away is that small shack that you were in from the bridge?
Hold on, well, it had pretty much stopped snowing? I guess about a 5-minute walk?
And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there?
Like I'd recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him for a little more info? Why did you go to the bridge? Why didn't... So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge. Does this mean that you initially had no intention of doing so?
Well, yeah, I guess it does. It was really cold and I didn't really want to go out there.
If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I would like to hear your reasoning.
In which case, please give testimony to that effect, witness. My reasoning? Okay. Reasoning is it.
I thought I'd never get another chance to see something so big burning.
Hold it!
So you decided to go see what was happening.
That's right. We were talking about a massive suspension bridge burning to high heaven. It's not something you see every day. Real specule... Like, really special?
Can we really trust it? I'm mad that I am relating to Larry slightly. Girl, help. Girl, punt me like a football. Can we really trust a witness who is unable to pronounce spectacle?
Life seems to love hitting this poor witness below the belt.
Well, my motto is hit life back as hard as I can. I'll give you a few hits too if you'd like, with my whip. You told me about a burning... Okay. None of this... stands out to me, really. I feel like it should, but...
Hold it!
It might be the other thing. Why didn't you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's the serious face?
Why didn't you call anyone?
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to tell someone? There is a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Yeah, okay. My reason... It wasn't like that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay?
Went to the bridge and Nick showed us less than a minute later.
Hold it!
You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright.
Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct?
Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less.
Okay. I feel like that's the one we gotta press on. Ah, no. No. Okay. like the weather report or something? It doesn't feel right, but... Okay. Your very existence being a contradiction, I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien.
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
Same. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct?
Yeah? Well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from last night, the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m.
That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
Oh my god, his gay little nozzles and kill. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazukara Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Excuse me, I have an objection.
You do?
Gee, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Luis Denim. Ouch.
It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca Von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m.
Which means, what exactly?
Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth now then. What happened during these missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilet splashback. Ew. I guess I was still sleeping.
So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem.
Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident?
Yes, witness. Why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn?
And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space. This witness didn't even accept his didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. But this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Larry? Edgy?
I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes?
I may really say it this time, everything. Ugh.
Then say it.
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Please. Please. Please let this be the last testimony. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
Okay.
I'm a denim. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe that I was feeling, it transferred all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up. I suppose artists can be strange folk. That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Ugh.
Including the truth from the sound of it.
Mr. Edgeworth, this remove the last of your doubts?
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. How did Phoenix try to run across a non-existent bridge?
And what would that be?
This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him.
You regret this, Edgy.
He did fail to run across the non-existent bridge, but it was on fire when he got there. There is a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. His testimony does nothing but less than mock the court. But I'm sure that there is a vital kernel of truth hidden in it somewhere. You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you?
Well, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else. ADHD.
That's true. He's always been that way. I guess he's not lying about that, at least. Phoenix Wright appeared at the scene after 11:15. If he was drawing until then, that dispels all doubts.
Aside from doubts of his humanity,
Okay. Can I see this picture? Did the burning bridge move you that much, did it? I find that hard to believe.
You moron, Edgy. You don't understand me at all. You don't understand my art. If I see an abandoned cat, I find myself passing by it with tears in my eyes. I'm a man overflowing with irresponsible kindness. And I use my irresponsible kindness to fill the pages of my notebooks.
An artist using a notebook. It's so pathetic it makes me want to cry myself. I command you to buy at least a proper sketch pad.
What is that got to do with anything? I'm not sure if I care for an artist using a notebook for sketching. Proceed, witness.
This all feels weird. Shoot, no! That was wrong. I did not mean to do that. Okay, okay. Is it gonna be the weather report again? It's gotta be the weather report or something. No? Okay. Do we just have to go through all the things? It's sketching the burning bridge. The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this. That sketch of mine is... Ugh. Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, Witness. Finally.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling that the instant the sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. I need the sketch. Give me the sketch. Larry? I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please?
Well, even I couldn't have imagined it'd turn out like this.
Imagined what?
That Maurice Denim's debut would take place here, today, like this. Ouch.
Show it now.
Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Maurice Denim. Well... So this is the Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Yes, well... It's a better drawing than I expected.
Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. It really did. Yes, I'm sure you did.
This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry?
What?
The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure?
You spotted that? I thought you might.
However much I might want to ignore it, I can't.
It's Iris, of course. Iris. I wish she'd taken better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know. That would have happened to her if she'd... Or what would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that?
What? Larry, please. Answer this next question honestly.
Okay.
Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames?
Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. You high? The girl, she's really high up in that in this picture. Ugh, what was that for?
This is all a really bad dream. I was hitting you to check on the cheek to test that theory.
Please whip your own cheek from now on, if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, the stages of grief. No court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly.
Actually, there is some precedent for this.
She was flying pretty high, Miss Sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge at least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to Earth.
What? Me?
This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let us get back to the cross-examination, by force if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here.
Yes, Your Honor. So I've got another reason to remember this moron.
Well, what do you think of my debut piece?
Get that thing away from me. Horrible sketch of what we saw the night of the crime.
Now hurry up and cross-examine him.
What?
Hold it!
Just where did you see this sight from?
Hey, no need to shout. When I was lying in bed in that rundown shack, the crack of lightning bolt made me realize the bridge was burning. I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. Yeah, after about 5 minutes, I saw it.
The defendant flying.
That's right. That's when I decided to go to the bridge. See, that all makes sense. Aside from the sketch itself.
Yes, this sketch doesn't make any sense. The great thing about hating TNT Larry is that everyone else in the game hates him too.
Yup.
I just need to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous.
The shock and awe that I was feeling and transferred directly into the pages.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Objection!
Really? Oh my god. I didn't think that would actually work. Larry, what did you really see that night? It's so funny. Not that I particularly care.
In your position, that's just being irresponsible.
I wish every testimony was like that. Yeah.
I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that it's the truth.
I don't want your dollar. Get away from me. If that is truly the case, then there is only one thing that we can say for certain.
What might be that, or what might that be?
That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris.
What? What do you mean? I don't understand.
The foolhardy fooling of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry, according to this picture. I just noticed the badge on his lapel. Okay, gay boy. The individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? I know it has. I didn't see it. I think it was in the back of my mind, but I didn't really pay attention to it. It's fine. It's fine.
Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is... The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris.
Bold words coming from somebody who misspelled stupid.
The hood is my darling Iris. And Iris is my darling hood.
It seems that there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench. Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Okay. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight?
I think it'd be funny if Wright could fly. What are you talking about?
I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why? Why would Nick have Iris's hood?
What?
Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Why you, Nick? You dog! I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited, and discarded. Straight into the garbage. Huh.
What is it now, witness?
It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy, today is the day I get you to completely stupefy you.
You're gonna...
I was gonna make a joke of Edgeworth saying you're going to make me stupid, but he's too smart to say that.
What?
What is the meaning of your outbursts, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence.
Definitive. Evidence.
Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I, Louise Denim, shall prove it. I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence this nightmare was actually a reality. Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain.
You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me.
Proof that Iris flew. When I reached the steep bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night.
Clearly. I know who lost a crystal sphere.
A crystal sphere?
I love spheres. Why do sphere have blood on it?
This one, pretty isn't it? But finders keepers.
Were you pondering orb? That sphere, where did you find it? I love orb.
Let me see, around here somewhere? Looks about right.
And it was half buried in the snow.
It had pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked onto the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterwards. There's something on it. Mayhaps blood? Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood. Has blood on it. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's gonna push me around anymore.
Didn't you want to be called Larice de Nim only a few minutes ago? Okay. It's gonna be... I know what it's gonna be. I know what piece of evidence I need to use. I think.
Objection!
Larry, that night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. I love that they keep saying crystal sphere.
There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot?
Miss Elise de Nim, the mentor to a stupid idiot. The victim. I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal sphere.
Hey, that's my photograph. Give it back. Ouch.
Crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch. First of all, that's not sphere-shaped. Second of all, it's a different type of crystal.
I'm sorry it was mean to you, Francisca. I apologize.
But that is an amethyst. So the orb, the lady told us it was amethyst. What she has, what my good pal, Francisca has, is probably either a turquoise, which is commonly used in jewelry making, or, it could be an apatite, I think is what it's called. It is another blue rock that is a similar shade. But it's probably turquoise. They look nothing alike. Exactly, Miles. You know what I'm talking about. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff. Found at the scene of the crime.
Oh, the crystal sphere. It's gone. What? Just what does this mean?
If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris, after all. She was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either.
That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise de Nim?
Fool alongside another fool, on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected.
You can't do that. It's so much news.
And this crystal sphere is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edward. Elise de Nim was in her room that night, on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to the case. That is all.
Objection!
Miss Francisca von Connell, only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns.
Why are you pointing at me?
The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case. The word turquoise comes from the French people visiting the Blue Mosque in Istanbul and talking about the turquoise, Turkish stone. Ha! Neat. I did not know that. And I did not know that there was turquoise in Turkey. That crystal sphere. It was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off center. Which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch.
What? You mean I'm the killer? No way.
All joking aside, just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case. Yeah, she makes a valid point. There is no evidence that Elise Nim left Hazukura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed.
Yeah.
Then this case is going to transform into something else entirely.
Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere.
Oh my gosh. There.
If it is not related to the case, then this witness who you call will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? No matter how I look at it, it's not possible. It is certainly strange that the crystal sphere was found near the bridge. But perhaps it's just a curveball from the killer. Well, Miles Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth seems to have nothing further to say.
But I'm left with no choice. Uh-oh. Oh, the court sees no reason. What is this? Hey, Edgy, you're a defense attorney, aren't you? If it was Nick standing where you are right now... If it was Nick, do you think he'd give up? No, he'd find the truth no matter what it took, no matter how crazy it seemed.
Right. at this moment, I'm standing where you should be. Which means there's only one thing to do. Think like you. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving the case. I say girl help and I mean Mia.
You will do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. That should come to no surprise. That should come as no surprise. Because right now I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered. I did not know that Larry encourages you to do a Nick turnabout.
Well, now you know.
Is it gay to be cornered? Yes. Yes, it is.
I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder.
There aren't any other fingerprints? There aren't any fingerprints. There aren't any other fingerprints on the staff. That's all I can think.
Take that!
Your response, Miss Von Karma.
Birds of a feather flock together. Are you familiar with this phrase? Oh no, I got it wrong. Miles Edgeworth. I think one such bird is now calling for its fellow now.
Go, Edgy. Do it. Prove it. Win, win, win.
His cheering. It's as though I'm listening to the ominous cause of ravens. What the heck is that? Wait a minute. Oh. Really? Really?
Take that!
Okay. Let's put the flock together. Miles Edgeworth. Caca. It's gotta do with the snow. Because why would we have buried in the snow? The crystal itself? Oh my god. I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now. Orb pondering music. Orb. I love to ponder orb. This crystal sphere it was half buried in the snow, correct?
That's right. It hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear.
But what?
When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing. On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there was no snow on the victim's body.
Ah.
Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder.
What? Order.
On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose.
What could have that been?
This sphere, there was some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility to this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. The murder didn't take place at Hazukura Temple. The murder didn't take place in Hazukura Temple courtyard. Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness. Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazukura Temple courtyard. That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. But that's the same thing. No, it isn't. You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus, there was no bleeding. You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Nim's body was found at Hazukura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazukura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all the way there? No, it's the snowmobile. Snowmobile. Don't make me present evidence. I will save. I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I need to prove that my version of events is perfectly plausible.
Now, if the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method in which the victim's body was carried to Hazukura Temple.
We have body of snowmobile. On that snowy night, there is one. There is one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. Why is the snowmobile so funny to me? As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it could also have been used to carry a body. This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She was the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin? You're too late, Franziska von Karma. In fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation. What? Where was the victim, Elise Denim, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it. This witness currently sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. However, he would never utter a lie that would hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Edgy, thank you. That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances.
Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner. Excuse me? There is one reason and one alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright.
Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Franzi whipping me all down.
Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel. A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by.
What a shame, Franzi.
This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You are I demand something. Kill. Larry Butts is dead. Crab rave.
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I'm counting on thorough investigation by both the defense and the prosecution.
And with this, the rest is up to you, right?
Court is now adjourned.
Epic. I do want to get a little bit into the investigation. I can't really go for much longer, though. But I do want to pull ahead of Jules. I don't know how far Jules got. Remy knows this. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, Yay, win. Is that... Come back with a warrant. Remy. Okay, Remy, I know you're biased. Hey, Remy. But wouldn't it be funny? But, like... I think you're biased. Remy. Hey, Remy. Hey, Remy. If you help me win, I will. I will. I don't know what I could. It would be. And also, he wouldn't hold it over my head. That's the one thing that I don't want. I could care less about winning, but it's more the fact that, like, see, with you winning, I could have cared less because you aren't really the type to do that. But also, I point at him and go, child. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. Oh, wow. I'm really ahead of him then. Dang. I'm gonna check that real quick. Because I can, in theory, look at the spoilers now. Oh yeah. It looks like they're still on bikini. I'm built different. I do want to get a little bit into this, though. Oh, true. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. I've learned to just not react anymore. I know you're trying to see. I can tell. Okay, gay boy. It seems like you don't have the stamina because it winded you. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I think she deserves to lose for competitive little sibling crimes. Oh, valid. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him. Somehow. Builds character. Oh, Bridge. I love it when Bridge. I love Bridge. Woo, we love... Hello? Just got jump scared. My god. Woo, we love front-facing Edgeworth. When am I ever normal? Also, I'm surprised you won't miss the Edgeworth voice. Right? Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face.
Or maybe Viridian, in artist speak.
Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. It would have been funnier to try and let Cal bribe me. I was gonna jokingly offer money, but also, like, I don't have that much money right now, so I can't do that. I was a Jembaja now. I could have offered, like, art or something. Only 102.2 degrees? Nothing to worry about. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shishichito did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh?
Don't worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat.
Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is... a client's background, naturally.
You mean Iris, sir?
I have a feeling we've met before. All I want is confirmation. One way or the other. I'd love Bridge purely on sword content alone. And since I probably won't be getting that from you... I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, right? Take care.
Guess I should get moving too.
Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Okay, gay boy.
Yeah, gotta get to work on this bridge, pal.
I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. That's right! Maya's still stuck over there in the inner temple.
But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you, Gumshoe. I just imagine that Phoenix is wearing a mask right now, so he's back on his Feeny arc. Should I have a favorite AA murder weapon? No. But also it's Bridges. I know vaguely. I know actually I know quite a few spoilers for Bridge. I'm not going to lie. I know who the killer is. I vaguely know the murder weapon. Vaguely. You don't get to know. I have my ways. But also, I don't think it will take away from my enjoyment of Bridge. Because I've been having a great time with Bridge, especially getting to piece together the spoilers that I do have with the content that I have no idea anything about it. No problem, pal. Just try to not give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. I didn't know who Bridges' killer was. Well, I do. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. See, right now, if I didn't know who the killer was, I would have no idea that he even showed up. At all. Like, it's weird that he's missing, but like... I don't know, man. I would have just been like, oh, they brought up Godot. I don't care. They just put profiles there sometimes. Okay. Where do we need to go? No, they don't. What do you mean, no, they don't? Yeah. Sometimes they put profiles in for fun and profit, okay? Come on, please. Oh. Come on, please. It's for art's sake, I swear. There's only one guy that I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. I'm telling you about the heroine here. The heroine in my book. It'll make you famous. Enough. A fool's fool. Oh my god. I mean, I would have had no idea he was a suspect. A fool's fool, who foolishly accepts the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? I'm on too many cough meds to even tell what that means. Wait a second. I know your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want me to grill my brain's frying like a sunny side up, and you want to grill me over a name? Frenzy, you can't do that. Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death, or so I'm told. Whip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick. Tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Franzie's Whippity Whip Trip. Ugh. Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least a semi-coherent testimony. I'm the kind of idiot that hopes beyond hope for supernatural solutions, so I thought that this was a whole ghost. Never considered human murder. See, if I was going off of what I know at this moment, I would have said it was Dahlia. I would have said Dahlia Ghost. Dahlia Ghost was the murderer. I still want access to the Cal Do Not Interact channel once I am through with this. Someday. Oh, wait a minute. And before that, you'll have to learn how to live semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. She flew, I'm telling you, whoosh. Just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm going to forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Hi, Francisca. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Exceeding my perfect win record, naturally. Oh, joy. Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? I'm Francisca von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Francisca was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father. Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Yes, Crystal. Crystal? Like crystal sphere? Like orb? Orb? Bring back orb. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth, come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. Because it does. And that's precisely why I'm here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy weensy pieces all the better. It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Ow. No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool, doing a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. Every time I have one of them say, like, either Edgeworth or Miles say the other's name, I'm like, I gotta make it gay. I gotta make it so gay. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing and one thing only. To pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer X, you know. I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge. Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's got to be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Anything else to talk to? I think we'll talk to one more character, and then I'll end for the night. That was one long sigh. Oh, hi, Bikini. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? Let Mystic Elise die, and there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it... Yeah, there's an acolyte stuck in the Inner Temple. And that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl... You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing. Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least I was until this morning. I don't see any psych logs, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? I saw Iris fly. Her white hood fluttering. It felt like I might start flying myself. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that could only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris in the inner temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claimed she was in her room in Hazukura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself in the inner temple. I'm so sorry. Drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. The earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river or a forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, she or he will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer, and no way to escape either. Oh dear, yes I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little bit more about the victim, Miss Elise Denim. I'm sorry, I don't know her waist size or her bust size for that matter. No, I'm wondering why she came to stay at a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of a dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again, Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Denim as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes, now why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. And anyways, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Ooh. I love that there are so many 5-lock, psych lock things. This one. Seems Miss Elise Nim was no ordinary visitor after all. Everyone has so much to hide. And there's pearls. She was with Miss Nim on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Give me Pearl back. Well, why did pearls have to get mixed up into this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh man, my head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Mr. Nim on the night before the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll do or be done with the repairs soon. Why is everyone stuck over there? My god. Okay. Okay. I said that I was gonna stop after this, and I'm going to force myself to, because it's already 2:17. I have to get up at 10 for work, and I don't want to get under like 5 hours of sleep. So, I'm going to quit there for the night. Good night. I'll probably be on Discord for the homies. Goodbye. Yeah, good night. Boop.